So, good afternoon. My name is Christina Luch Were. Welcome to my channel. Today I want us to talk about seasons, and especially seasons in our country, Kenya. Generally, we don't experience the seasons as experienced in the West, where there is winter, autumn, spring, and summer. Our seasons are actually characterized by time of month, especially to do with the rains. So we have the period for the long rains, and we have the period for the short rains and the dry season. So in Dholuo we call seasons Kidira. Kidira, K-I-D-I-R-A. Or we can use the term Kinde, or we can use the term Ndalo. So Ndalo can be used to mean period or season. Kinde can also be used to mean period or season. Then Kidira is the word that we use for season. That is what was existing then. Now, among the Luos, there were three major. I'm saying three major because we have some sub-seasons, maybe as we may call them. But we had three major seasons, not four, as in the Western. So we have long rains. So long rains is referred to as Chwiri. Chwiri. People would refer to it as Kinde mag Chwiri, or Kidira mar Chwiri, or Ndalo mar Chwiri. There are those who also call it Chiri, not Chwiri. So it's either Chwiri or Chiri, depending on where you come from. So Chiri or Chwiri is the season of long rains. Initially, it used to run between the month of March through to April and May, and it was the longest planting season. And this is the time that most people could harvest actually a lot of let's say, crops like maize or cereals. And it was the major season because it is the duration for long rains. Actually, farmers would be prepared early enough to plant so that they maximize on their production. Then we have the short rains. We refer to them as Opon. Opon. Now, Opon is the short rains that could range between September and December, early December that is. And not everybody would be comfortable planting during this time because some considered it short rains and therefore would not really maximize on production because what was gotten during harvest was actually far much lower than what they get during Chwiri. Then there is also the dry season referred to as Oro, or a dry spell. Now, this is the season where there was a lot of sunshine. There'd be no rains, and therefore it would be called dry season. So it would be experienced between December towards the end, January and February, just before the long rains. However, all that has changed right now because the weather generally has changed, and it may not really follow the formula for long rains to be in March, April, May, short rains to be in September through to December, then dry season beginning from December up to February. Currently, in most cases, if you agree with me, all of us can experience that change. But anytime we have the long rains, we refer to it as Chwiri or Chiri. When you have short rains, we refer to it as Opon. And when we have drought or the dry season, so the dry season, we call it or we refer to that season as Oro. Now, in between these major seasons, we can have sub-seasons because they are named after the activities that take place during that particular time. For example, we have, as the rains begin, people plant. So we refer to it as the planting season. So we call them Kinde mag Komo or Kidira mar Komo. So at that time, you realize that most people plant their crops. Then we have the weeding season. There's a particular time that you'll see most people who have farmed or who have just planted would be weeding because you weed at a particular stage. So the weeding season is called Kinde mag Doyo. To weed is Doyo. So we call that season weeding season. So Kidira mar Doyo or Kinde mag Doyo. Then we also have the harvesting period. Of course, weeding maybe does not take place once. It could be twice or thrice depending on the type of crop. But again, after some time when the crops are matured and we need to harvest them, then we get into the harvesting season. So in Dholuo we say kinde mag keyo or kidira mar keyo. Then we have other seasons that come with activities that take place. For example, we talked about the dry season or kinde mag oro. Within this time, we can also have famine, though it is not a guarantee that all dry season is a famine season. But there could be kinde mag kech or kidira mar kech. So there's just a period that there is a lot of hunger. You could hear over the news, over the radio, that people are dying of hunger. So we refer to that season or that period as the period of hunger or period of famine. So in the Dholuo we say kinde mag kech. Then again we have those times that people would go to war. And I'm told that there were specific months that people would go to work, especially the clashing or warring communities. So that period would be referred to as kinde mag lweny. So that one is circumstantial because it is not actually permanent. It was not permanent that when it reaches this month, people are going to fight or people are going to war and all that. So that one would be circumstantial. Probably they could be provoked maybe by cattle rustling or theft or something of that sort, or even rivalry between communities. Then we also have celebration seasons. For example, the Christmas season, though it's not official, but we can just name it kinde mag mor. Then you also have kinde mag kuyo. Kuyo is sorrow. When people are mourning, that period when people are mourning, so we refer to it as the period of sorrow or kinde mag kuyo or kinde mag late. Then again, there's this one that is interesting. Kinde pocho. Pocho means mating. So actually, it doesn't happen to human beings, but as human beings, we learn that there are mating seasons. We can observe it probably in animals, especially the ones that are domestic. It's easy to know. For example, there are dogs, so there is a time that we refer to as the mating season. I bet that is new. So that's all that I had for today. Wishing you a lovely afternoon. Orite uru. Have a blessed afternoon. Bye.